Hey, it's Ray here, and welcome to today's call. And thanks everybody for jumping on. You should see right now my screen and hopefully hear my voice. So please put a yes in the checkbox if you can see and hear me. Okay, great. Let's see. Welcome Ben and Andrea, Ron, Steve. I see Chicago and Texas in the house. A lot of yeses coming in. All right, that's great. So first of all, I'm really glad that you guys could join me today for this amazing presentation, because today you're going to see one of the best ways I've ever seen to bring in high quality leads and sales on repeat. If you're looking to target a specific niche, or you're an agency, a coach, a consultant, you can use this strategy to quickly get a stranglehold and generate high quality leads. So when I saw this, I really couldn't believe the results, mostly because the entire thing is automated. You just turn it on and you'll be prospecting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, attracting, engaging, nurturing, and even converting cold prospects using just good old-fashioned emails. Plus, once it's up and running, it is very easy to scale. Now, the best part about all of this is that this is not just theory. My special guest and his business partner have used what you're about to learn to double their revenue in less than a year. And currently, their agency does over $100,000 per month in sales. And a big part of why is the strategy that you are about to see. You know, the funny thing is, these are just two normal everyday guys. Believe me, I've known these guys for ages. They are normal everyday guys, aside from the Hawaiian beaches and all that. But other than that, these are normal everyday guys. One was an auto mechanic who started getting a few small web design clients in his bedroom. The other was fired from a restaurant and was forced into local marketing when his unemployment started to run out. And yet, since then, these guys built one of Hawaii's fastest growing marketing agencies out on the beautiful island of Maui. They were even awarded Hawaii's Business Leaders of the Year and have been featured in Forbes, Inc., Young Entrepreneur, Steal Our Winners, and much, much more. And like I said, a huge secret to their success and growth is the strategy that you are about to see. So without further ado, let me bring in my special guest, Tom Gaddis, to show you how they're getting 48% open rates, and that's really high, by the way, on cold emails and landing red hot leads and deals immediately. Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Aloha, everybody. Welcome. Hey, Ray, Daniel, Clay, Donna, Bruce. Welcome, everybody. You guys should be looking at my starting slide there. Case study, 48% open rate with cold email. How to get an endless flow of red hot leads and sales with cold email. Everybody can see that. I'll go over to this next slide. I'm Tom Gaddis. That's me on the right there in the glasses. I'm super excited to be here. I also have my business partner and seven-figure agency rock star Nick Ponte on here as well. What's up, Nick?
Hey, Tom. Hey, everybody. Great to be here.
Sitting in my office in Las Vegas. Nick is in Kihei, Hawaii, where we started. Welcome. I just want to make sure everybody can see my screen. You can hear my voice. Let me know in the chat. How's it, Christine? Welcome.
How's it, Christine?
Well, Nick, I know I saw this morning that you shared something really interesting over in one of our school communities here. I'm going to pull this up. Everybody see my screen here? These were a couple of invoices that Nick shared from our agency.
That was for an SEO client. Anybody here looking to get more SEO clients into their agency or into their business? Put a me in the chat.
You guys are in the right spot. You're going to love this. Well, here's a couple of other invoices. You said, what was this one? $8,600.
Man, so that's a $10,000 website deal. $10,000 website deal, everybody. Has anybody ever closed a $10,000 website deal? Who would like to close a deal like that? Because you all know, we have been outsourcing the services that we sell: website design, SEO, Google Ads management. Websites are so easy. Tom, remember back in the day when we'd go to like BNI and
oh, yeah.
websites were and still are, everybody, are bread and butter because they're so easy to fulfill. You can get a decent amount of cash for them, but then you're positioned so perfectly to upsell a subscription marketing service like SEO and PPC.
Yeah, that's awesome stuff. There's one more you shared. This one was just a little over $5,000. What was this one?
So that one was sold to the guy that bought the $10,000 website. So this interesting niche. It's a water pump company. So they sell water pumps, which is kind of, again, a niche market, but $5,000 price point is what they sell. So, you know, once we build the website and then we do some of these marketing services, which we'll be getting paid, you know, $5,000 a month to do, all we have to do is get them a few leads and they're going to be happy. They're going to be paying us month after month. And just this client alone with that $5,000 monthly retainer, I mean, that gets us very close to hitting 6 figures in our agency just with that one client. And this is what I want all of you here with us today to pay attention very closely to, because what you're seeing here, this invoice, is a result of generating activity in our business. This is what today's entire training is all about. It's completely about generating activity, because when Tom and I first started and we first started working together to get clients, that was the missing piece for us. The most difficult piece for us was generating activity in our business. We did lots of things. What are some of the things that we did, Tom?
And we did a lot of networking. We did direct mail. We had some meetups. You know, we did email marketing. We did social media stuff. Like, yeah, we had tons of stuff going on.
Everything. We did everything.
SEO. I mean,
much.
you SEO the agency site so that it ranks when people search for Maui SEO and Hawaii SEO.
Right. And the metric, I would say, the metric for success and really growing where you are at right now is how much activity you can generate in your business. And activity just means people that you can talk to about what they're doing, business owners that you can talk to be more direct. Hey, how's your business doing? You know who I am. I know who you are. Let's have a coffee. Let's have questions. I found something on your website. This is basic activity, and this is the start of generating cash flow in your business, something that we still do to get these $10,000 websites, $5,000 a month marketing retainers. So if you would like more activity in your business, type activity in the chat. Hopefully we see a lot of activities coming in town.
That's awesome. So, and I would say, Nick, that's probably the most challenging part for anybody. I mean, not just for us.
It is.
Generating the activity is the most challenging part. And if you guys are ready, we're going to dive in. You guys ready to go? I'm ready. Awesome. Sarah says ready. I see lots of readies coming in. Okay, awesome. Well, look, I'm going to start today's presentation with something that will most likely shock you. Okay, now your knee-jerk reaction will be that this is not authentic, but it is absolutely on the level. What I'm about to show you is the result of one single cold email blast. Now, the people that got this email had never had contact from this business before. They had no idea who they were, completely cold, yet this person was able to get these results. Check this out. 13 paid invoices from a single cold email blast. Not opens, not replies, paid invoices. Has anyone on this call ever gotten results like this? You send out one cold email blast and you end up with 13 paid invoices. And when I say cold, I mean cold. This was a scraped list, and these businesses had never had contact from this person's agency before. And I think this brings up an even more important question. How many paid invoices did you have this week, this month, this year, last year? I mean, be honest. Be honest. Because here's the cold, hard truth. If you're not sending invoices, you're not making any money. Now, I know you probably think, well, duh, Tom, that seems obvious, right? But I see people all day long doing everything but collecting the money. That's because getting an invoice paid is the final step in a long process. A lot has to happen before anyone will pay an invoice you send. You have to get their attention. You have to build trust. You have to make an offer they want. You have to show them you have a solution to their problem, and the list goes on. But before you can do any of that, you have to do one thing consistently. All right. Does anyone know what that one thing is? What do you have to be doing consistently to make what we're talking about here on this screen, and even what Nick was sharing? Joe Emmett. Joe Emmett was the first one in there. That's right, Joe. You have to be consistently prospecting. If you're not, you are dead in the water. Now, Cameron, I want to get Joe a $25 gift card. So action takers on this call are rewarded. This is a two-way conversation. So Joe was quick on the trigger there. Let's get him a $25 gift card, Cameron. Joe, you can just put your info in the chat. The team will get you taken care of. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You must be consistently prospecting. Like I said, if you're not, you're dead in the water. If you're not prospecting, you have no reliable way to grow. And worse, when clients inevitably leave, you'll be taking a big hit to your revenue. Now, that's why having a robotic rep like I'm going to show you today is so valuable, because the automated process will bring money into your agency without you having to be there all day doing prospecting. And when you set this up right, you'll only be talking to people that reached out to you first. Now, I want you to just take a minute and imagine what your life would be like if you never had to do the hard work of prospecting again. What if you had a, quote, robo rep that did all the hard work and sent you only the hot leads ready to buy? Would that make a difference in your business? Put a yes in the chat if that would. I mean, everybody better be putting yes in there. Brent says that would be so nice, right? Yes, yes. Wanda, yes, yes, yes. Regina, heck yes. Exactly. It makes a huge difference. Now, look, not too long ago, Nick and I were not doing so hot business-wise. That image on the top tells a story for me. You can see I had $54,365 in total income, $49,559 of which was made by my wife. That measly $4,800, which you see there, isn't even from clients. It's unemployment that I was collecting at the time. That was my contribution. That bottom image is a letter Nick had to send to the IRS letting them know he couldn't afford to send them a measly $100. Now, I share this because if you're on this webinar right now and you're struggling, we've been there. We have been there. And you may be wondering if you can or can't do what I'm going to share with you today. Look, I get it. What you really want to know is, will this time be different? Will you finally get the solution you've been looking for all this time? Now, look, I believe you can. And as we go through the presentation today, I'm going to show you how this unique approach to cold email seems to work for all different people from all different backgrounds, doing all different kinds of services, each and every one with their own unique set of challenges they bring to the table. So I want you to pay close attention and look for that. And it should help you see that you, in fact, can do this. Now, look, today our business is very different. Here's a breakdown of what our agency did in 2023. You can see the agency did 1.2 million. We have 41 active clients. I don't know if any of you heard, but there were some fires on Maui that affected our agency. We lost 12 clients due to that disaster. Our highest monthly client, $10,500. We brought in 8 team members, and our biggest client last year paid us $130,000. So we had one 6-figure client. But I want to ask you a question. What's the most important number on this slide? What would be the most important to you if this were your business? Let me know. Dave Garvin. Man, Dave Garvin was quick on. Cameron, let's get Dave a $25 gift card as well. Dave hit it right on the button. Active clients, right? 41 active clients. I mean, without clients, we have no business. Now, we had 53, but again, due to the fires, we lost 12. But however, because of the processes we have in place, we were still able to hit 7 figures in 2023. Now, Our most valuable client paid us $130,000 last year. Imagine if we just got 10 of those people this year. We'd immediately add another 7 figures to our agency. I also want to point out that we do none of the prospecting. We don't do the sales. We don't do the fulfillment. We don't do the client retention at the agency. And in 2023, like I said, we hired 8 new team members. Now, full transparency, 2 of those didn't work out. 3 of them we've already promoted. So 3 of them now have more responsibility. And here's what our process looks like. We have an end-to-end process. Inbound leads, sales team, account management, fulfillment. It's all taken care of at our agency end to end. But today, we're going to focus on this part, client acquisition. Now, I blurred out the other steps so you don't get distracted, because I'm going to show you how to basically have a full-time sales rep without actually hiring anyone. It's what I call a quote robo rep that does all the hard prospecting stuff for you. With this in place, you'll be able to get an endless flow of red hot leads and sales from cold email. You'll be able to put cold leads in the top, people that have never heard of your business. They're going to go through, it's going to get attention, follow up, pre-qualify. It'll make a first sale for you, and it'll fill your calendar so you can close high ticket recurring services. Now, again, these lists completely cold. These are people that have never heard of your business, right? I'm going to show you how we've removed ourselves from prospecting and use automation to get attention, follow up, pre-qualify, and generate sales. And I think that removing yourself from the process is important, because look, even when I'm working hard, I can consistently prospect for maybe 30, 60, maybe 90 days, but then it just gets to be a grind, right? So the minute we removed ourselves from all that grind work, the gates just opened up. This process also fills our calendar with hot leads ready to buy our recurring and high ticket services. This really is a cold email machine. You put leads in one end, you get paying customers out the other end. Now, while the system is very much automated, it is not going to make you rich overnight. Okay, we work hard on our agency business, and you should expect to put an effort on anything we share. I'm also going to show you pretty spectacular results generated by people just like you from the process I'm going to reveal. I'm not suggesting you're going to go out there and get the same results instantly. Okay, it's up to you to take this and implement. So are you an action taker? Are you willing to put in the work to make getting paid daily show up in your agency finally? If so, I want you to just take a minute and say that out loud right now. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to consistently prospect. And if you really believe it, I want you to type action taker in the chat right now. Who was the first one there? It looks like Letitia Austin. Cameron, let's get her a $25 gift card as well, because like I said, action takers are rewarded. Now, look, for those of you that didn't type anything in, I have this to say. The reality is nothing will change if nothing changes. So stop just being a spectator while others have success. Take the first leap and type "I'm an action taker" in the chat. Okay, all right, now we're talking. Look at all those action takers coming in. So let's talk about what we're here to talk about today, cold email. Anyone here currently use cold email or tried cold email in the past? I see Brian, Michael, yes, yes. I'm curious what your results were. Chris says, yes, failed. Yeah. Todd says, yes, cold email. I'm curious what kind of results. Brian says, I can't say the word he said, but he said, no good. Julian said, failed. Yeah, look, I mean, the promise of cold email is very alluring, right? You don't have to actually talk to anyone. You just send out an email and you close deals. I mean, nothing could be easier according to the gurus and the agency experts, right? So you give it a shot, but you're immediately hit with the reality of cold email. Just getting your emails opened, let alone a response, is really freaking hard. You send out thousands of emails and you never get a single response most of the time. See, the promise of cold email just doesn't match up with the typical results. And even what the experts call success with cold email, frankly, sucks. GMAS, who's a big email platform, they did an analysis of thousands of cold email campaigns sent through their system. Does anyone know what the average open rate was for these cold email campaigns? Anybody? There may be a gift card in this for you. Let me look down here. Nick, do you see anybody who got the right answer there? I see all the responses coming in. Here, look, I'll show you the answer, and then maybe, Nick, you can look and see who the first person to get this right was. 5%. Average open rates, according to GMass. 5%. They analyzed thousands of email campaigns sent from their system. That's the average open rate. The amount of emails you have to send to get any kind of traction is huge. Now, my guess is most of you aren't in a market that has millions of businesses to contact. I mean, we're not. We're in the Hawaii market, and that's smaller than most markets out there. So Cameron or Nick, do you guys see who got 5%, who the first was to get 5%?
Yeah, Dennis Baracos.
Dennis.
Baracos.
Congratulations, Dennis. We got a $25 Amazon gift card coming your way. Look, the reality is we have to have a better approach. So why the struggle with cold email? Well, look, the short answer is because it's complicated. I mean, think about it. You have to be able to write emails that get attention and get opened, and then they have to get responded to. You have to be able to create really great offers that convert. You have to be an expert in follow-up. You either have to do everything manually, or you have to become an automations expert. You have to figure out how to ascend prospects to higher price services. Finally, the time and the cost of figuring all of the above out is pretty massive. I mean, this is why it took us so long to be able to get cold email to work for us. It's just too much for one person, and you need significant resources to figure it all out. For us to figure all this out, it took 4 of us, and we spent just over $20,000. Think about that. 4 people, 20K. That's why we couldn't crack the cold email code until now, and why you struggle as well. The time and resources required to finish this project is too much for the average agency owner. But now we have the resources, and we've spent the last 6 months getting it done and building a cold email machine. And here it is. Look at this. This is everything you need to build out to be successful with cold email. And there really are 3 overlaying keys that make cold email and this machine work, okay? 1, the leads. Now, this is often the most overlooked part and why most cold email fails before it ever starts. See, it's not enough to scrape or buy a list of leads. You need to make sure your list has certain attributes, meaning they're a good fit for your offers. And your list is not about quantity. We also have to be able to personalize our outreach. But how do you do that and still be scalable? Well, as you'll see, when you're able to do that, you can get amazing results with very small lists. Now, the second key is the cold email process. The big thing here is automation. Do the emails get attention? Meaning, do they get opens? Do the offers convert? Do they pre-qualify prospects? Is the follow-up automated? Does it prime prospects for higher ticket offers from you? Is it really set and forget? Is it an automated process? And then 3 is what I call the ultimate goal. When you put leads through this machine, it must create the results you need to build a thriving business, which means it needs to fill your calendar with bookings. You need to be able to transition into high ticket sales. It needs to build an in-house list that you can continue to market to. It needs to build your credibility. And of course, it needs to be scalable. Now look, here's a sneak peek at our results. Look at this, email blast number 1, 44.42% open rate. Now, here in a minute, I'm gonna get into the details of how many emails we sent, what we did, but this is just a single list. Again, cold, nobody had heard from us before. 3.76% clicked, 75 took the free offer. That's a 16.5% response rate. and we sold 4 upgrades all in 48 hours. The second blast, 64.3% open rate. 260 plus took the free offer. 13.5% response. 25 people took the upgrade at $49. That's a 9.62% conversion. The third one there, one blast, 72.19% open rate. 4.21% clicked. 25 took the free offer. We sold an upgrade for $149. At the time we did this, we were testing a higher priced upgrade. We've since optimized that, and now we're doing really well with a $97 offer there as well. But this is all from our newer students implementing what I'm about to show you. Look at this. Upper left, 46 leads worth just over $25,000. Upper right is Dan, 81 hot leads added in 48 hours. And he's now constantly getting cold prospects to take a $97 upgrade offer. Would 81 hot leads in 48 hours make a difference in your agency? Put a yes in the chat if it would. I mean, my guess is it would. I know it makes a big difference in ours. Bottom left, Lars, 47 hot leads and made his first sale. Bottom right, Adam, 16 hot leads by the end of the day. Now, those results are just the tip of the iceberg, because below the surface of those results is a formula that we've automated to take ice cold leads and turn them into red hot prospects primed to buy. Anyone here interested on seeing that? Put primed in the chat if you are interested to see this process. Oh, look at all those primes coming in. That is awesome. Look at that. That's great. Okay. This is our 3-step formula to crush cold email. Wait, before I get into that, anyone here on this call right now outside the US looking to get clients in the US? If that's you, let me know in the chat. I see me, yes, 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 yes. I'm in Canada, Chris. Yes, chime. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay. I want you to pay close attention, because the way we've set this up is perfect for you. When you follow our system, you will have built up so much credibility by the time you go to pitch a client. The fact you're outside the US will be a non-issue. So watch closely how we do this. And remember our 3 keys to success as we go through this process, right? The leads, the most often overlooked part. Are they a good fit for your offers? It's not about quantity. Are we able to personalize the outreach? The cold email process. Do the emails get attention, meaning opens? Do the offers convert? Do we pre-qualify prospects? Do we automate the follow-up? Do we prime the prospects for higher ticket offers? Is it set and forget? The ultimate goal. Is it going to fill your calendar with bookings, high ticket sales? Are we building an in-house list? Are we building our credibility? Is it scalable? Okay, we're going to cover each one of these areas. So step 1 is the leads. Now, there's an old saying in the software industry, garbage in, garbage out. And here's the bottom line. Your lead list is not something you just quickly throw together. It's actually the first critical step in success with cold email. See, when you're building this list, it's what we call an RPA. Does anyone on this call remember what RPA stands for? If you've been in our community for a while, you should know this one. Anybody know? Looks like, oh, I see lots of them coming in. Who is the first one here? Christine Watanabe. Christine, longtime member of Offline Sharks. Awesome, Christine, to see you getting this one. Revenue producing activity. That's right, revenue producing activity. Now, here are the key things to remember. The mistake most people make is they scrape or they buy a list and they just start firing away emails. That is a terrible strategy. This is where you want to take a minute and spend some time mining for the gold. And what I mean by that is spending some time examining and cleaning your list. Time spent here is a revenue producing activity because a better quality list means better and faster results. When you spend time cleaning your list, which by the way, is nothing demanding or technical, it's actually very simple things like removing duplicates, identifying issues up front that you can help with, removing leads you know won't convert quickly, like big corporates or chains. Like, we want quick wins, right? Remember, it's not about quantity. When you build a list this way, the emails you send will be relevant to your prospects. This is actually the quote hard work of our approach. But how would you rather prospect? Would you rather spend, hours each day? Would you rather spend maybe an hour a day looking over a list that you then use the automation to turn into clients? Or do you want to spend, 8 hours, 12 hours a day making cold calls? I mean, I know which one I could do consistently. And maybe you think an hour a day is pie in the sky, but your final list does not need to be huge to get results. We recommend that you shoot for a list of 500 to start. And when you do it this way, you get results like this. This is a list of 423 cold emails. That's all. Less than 500. And look at these results. 82% open rate. 334 people of the 423 opened this email. We got 28 clicks. Would you spend an hour a day putting a list together? Let me know in the chat. If you could get these results, would you do it? What types of businesses would you go after first? Could you build a list of 500? I mean, that's not crazy, right? You could do that. Put I can in the chat if that's you. And I better be seeing a lot of I cans in here because Lee says I can. Right? Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So step 2. Let's talk about the best part of all this. Automating the hard work, what most people call the grind. So now normally to do this, you'd need several different pieces of software, but we've combined everything you need in one dashboard. Then we built out a detailed set of automations, email sequences, and workflows so the software does all the heavy lifting, all the hard work of getting prospects to respond, making them an offer, pre-qualifying, and spitting out red hot leads, some of which will be paying customers because the machine makes them a paid offer as well. Now, here's a screenshot of one of our early testers' software dashboard after he ran 1,000 leads through the machine. And this may look familiar. This is the one I showed you before, right? This was a list of 1,000. You can see he sent 1,004 emails. It's not on here, but that's a 44.42% open rate. That's 442 cold leads whose attention the machine got. Now, out of those, 97 people took the time to physically reply yes to our free offer. That's a 21.95% conversion. And 16 said yes to the paid offer. That's a 16.49% conversion. Now, remember, the average open rate is just 5%. So our beta tester had almost over three times as many people pay them as most people get to just open their emails. Let that sink in for a minute. And by the way, all they did was load the leads in and hit send, because this is all completely built out for you. All the emails are written. All the automations are already done. All you have to do is add your business info. They loaded in the leads, they hit send. Now they have 110 inbound hot leads. Imagine how easy prospecting will be when all you have to do is talk to people that have reached out to you first, the people that have responded. No more stress, no more struggle to get it done, right? You just let our machine do it for you. Now, how does the machine do that? Well, once leads are uploaded, our machine starts a multi-email sequence, making them a free offer. Now, I'm going to talk about the offers here in a second, but there is nothing for you to figure out there. We've already figured out the offers that convert. We've tested the emails. We've already written them. It's all done. The only thing you do is add your business information. And when we do this, response rates generally run between 5 and 10%. Now, if it's a fresh lead list, we normally hit that double-digit number, 10% or more. If it's a recycled list, meaning they've already been through the sequence once, typically response is around 5%. Now, the key things here are email number 1 details all of the upgrade options after they take the free offer. It's basically saying, did you know we can do this, this, and this? It's quite a detailed, it's the longest email in the sequence of 3. The second email hits the key points. It shows the detail for the upgrade. And the third one is kind of a keep it short and sweet email. It's a scarcity call to action. It basically says, hey, the half price offer is closing in 24 hours. You better get it now. Now, we typically find that the first and the last email give us the most action and interaction, which is key. Because by the end of this process, you'll have 2 types of leads. You'll have ones that replied yes to the free offer and ones that never responded. Now, the machine separates out all the no responses so you can wait 30 or 60 days and run them through again. But separating them out is also why our deliverability rates are so high and why we don't have to do a lot of warm up, ramping up with this process, because we're only mailing engaged leads. And that's really what email service providers look for, right? They want to see the emails you're sending are getting open, they're getting responded to, and we've made sure that that's the priority focus of the machine. So we've got our leads that responded, right? Now, everyone that replied yes is sent through a paid upgrade sequence, which I'm going to cover in a few minutes. But look at everything we had to build out to make this system work. We had to build out 9 workflow automations. There's a cold email outreach workflow, a free offer workflow, free offer completed workflow. There's an upgrade package workflow. There's a yes upgrade offer workflow. There's a payment received workflow. There's an onboarding workflow. There's the upgrade complete workflow, and there's a no response, not interested workflow. Plus, we had to write and test all the free offer emails, all the upgrade offer emails, and the onboarding emails. We also had to create the invoice template, the audit template, the onboarding forms. Some of what look like tiny things on this flow chart are complete funnels. For example, we built out a complete 4-page upgrade funnel with an order form, an order confirmation page, an onboarding page, and an onboarding complete page. There's also an outreach pipeline, a free offer response pipeline, and follow-up pipeline. This and more you need to build out yourself. No wonder it's hard to make cold email work, right? I mean, look at all that. And by the way, none of this includes creating the best offers. I mean, this is a complicated thing to do all by yourself. So let's talk about the offers now. Now, between the 4 of us, we've tried and tested a ton of offers. Here's the secret to big open rates and high conversions: relevance. And we establish relevance in 3 ways. First, our email is highly personalized to their business. I'm going to show you more about that in a second. Second, we have 2 ways to make it even more relevant. One is by geolocation. The second is by niche. So let's start with geolocation. The way we do that is by establishing a presence in their area and using that brand as a proxy for our outreach. This allows us to not sound like a marketing company trying to sell, because let's face it, they are hit by those people constantly. Instead, we're seen as a supporter of local businesses in their area. This is the way we do that. We offer them a free online profile for their business. What we do is create what we call an influencer resource website in the area we're targeting. Now, we have a special software that allows our team to get these set up really fast, usually in 24 hours. So we email out all leads, just letting them know they have a free online profile for their business. Now, we've set up this so the email software automatically adds their business info. This makes our initial email highly personalized without us having to do any of the personalization. So when you upload your leads, the system auto adds all their personalized info. This personalization is one of the big reasons we get such high open rates and conversions. The emails are very specific to the business they're sent to. So let me just read this real quick. It says, hi, and then it puts in their contact name. Anything you see highlighted in yellow is what the software adds automatically. This one is in the East Nashville area. So it says, welcome to East Nash Local, a free community resource to help promote local businesses across the East Nashville region. East Nash Local is for locally owned and operated businesses, just like, and it puts their business name there. We don't accept multinational corporations or national chains. The best part is you don't have to spend any money to be part of our community and support local. To get your business a free spot on East Nash Local, first, let me make sure your details are correct. And then it puts their name, their address, their phone, their website. All you need to do is reply yes to this email, and we'll send you a link to your free profile all set up, ready to go. You can also send us your logo or image for inclusion with your profile. We look forward to hearing from you best, and then it's your name and team. Pretty straightforward, right? Remember though, this free offer is converting at 20% or more. There's no need to change anything here. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just send your leads to the already worked out system. Now, if we want to target a niche, we set up our resource site around the specific niche. Let me show you that. So look, these are some resource sites that are set up around specific niches. So the one in the upper left corner there, that one is for real estate agents, best town agents, right? So your site can be niche based. We have students in the real estate niche, we have restaurants, we have medical professionals and home services. That plumber site is in Canada. I saw somebody earlier said they were in Canada. They already built a list of over 4,000 emails for plumbers in Canada. So our system makes it easy to create a niche-based directory site. Then you let the reach automate the process of identifying those businesses that genuinely have a glaring problem and are willing to solve it. Then you pre-qualify the ones who can easily afford your services. By the way, the machine is doing all of this for you. And when I say this works in any niche, we have a couple of students crushing it right now with sites exclusively featuring cannabis businesses. So whatever your niche is, this works. Now you might be asking about the upgrade package. So let me show you that real quick. So out of the people that take the free offer, we get 5 to 10% that take the paid upgrade, which is pretty crazy for old email or pretty crazy for cold email, right? The reason it converts so well is, again, it's very personalized to their business and the additional add-ons are high perceived value. And we make the entry price very low, only $49 or $97 for a limited time to them. And delivering everything on this slide is super easy as well. This package you see here, we're leading with a custom promo video. It's super easy to do. We use a Canva template to create this. The ebook is already done. You just add your business info to it. Finally, we have an audit, which is our secret weapon to sell higher ticket items, which I'm going to talk about here in a minute. And I'll show you that process, like I said, in a few minutes. But this is the package we're having the most success with. But you can really sell anything you want on the back end. This can be completely customized, right? Okay. Now, whatever your niche, this works, right? Because the paid upgrade package is easily customizable based on what you're selling and who you're selling to. So whatever your niche, this works. And remember, the automations, the emails, they're already done for you. You don't have to write a single email or create a single automation. It's only a couple of lines you need to change if you want to customize your offer. We've already done all the hard work and tested the system, and our students' results, which you'll see more examples of shortly, show that these emails convert for all different kinds of people and situations. You do not need to figure out, change, or create anything. Just follow the process. This will work for you and your specific situation. That's how one of our students, only working an hour a day, was able to get these results. Look at this. 507 emails sent. This is Chris. Free offers taken, 35. That's a 7% conversion, and he has 35 hot leads now. He sold 2 upgrades at $49 and 1 additional sale at $139 generated by his prospecting machine. Now, Chris has a full-time job, and he only works on his agency an hour a day. Does everyone here get that consistent prospecting has to happen? Put a I get it in the chat if you do. Can you see how having an automated cold email machine allows you to make real progress while gaining your time back? I mean, how soon would you start using this if you had it? Put it in the chat today, tomorrow, next week. I want to know. I get it. Paul says now, yesterday. Yeah, it might be hard to do it yesterday, but tonight, that's right, right. So look, let's review this real quick. We covered the leads and how to get amazing results from small lists. We just covered how to get attention and automate the process. But what about our ultimate goal, the high ticket sales? Well, I'm glad you asked, because let's be real. You're not going to get rich selling $49 or $97 offers. It can be good money. It can get you traction, but I'm guessing the reason you're on this training is because you want more money, right? And if you want more money, that means closing higher ticket deals. So I have a question for everyone on this call right now. Who on this call struggles with sales? You find it hard to close recurring and high ticket deals? Let me know in the chat. Okay, let me show you how our system takes all the stress and fear out of sales. In fact, you will no longer need to chase prospects. They're going to come to you. You will only be talking to people that are interested and ready to buy. What I'm about to show you works even better if you don't try to, quote, sell. All you do is deliver value, show them a problem they have, then offer to fix it. I'm going to start with how we handle people who take the free offer only. So these are people that haven't bought anything from us yet. When they reply yes to the free offer, we add their business to our influencer website. We update their contact in the software to completed. Now a set of automations kick in and they get an email with a link to their free profile. They also get a final offer for the upgrade package. They're added to our in-house database so we can continue to market to them. But more importantly, they're now a hot lead. They have raised their hand and said, I'm interested, even though they didn't buy anything. You have now given them something of value and shown you're credible. You're not a stranger. These leads should be treated just like real $100 bills because that's what they are. What I recommend you do is either you do this or you hire someone to do this for you, but you give them a courtesy call. Something really simple like, hi, I'm Tom. I'm the owner of blank.com. I saw you now have a free profile on our site. I just wanted to give you a quick courtesy call and make sure the team, listen to that wording, make sure the team, building more credibility for you, make sure the team got everything correct and you're happy with the profile. Do you have a quick minute to verify a couple things? As you can see, these are the easiest calls you can make. Dan has turned 22 free takers into paying upgrades using this strategy. And Frank turned a free taker into a $4,500 plus social media client with the potential of a 12-month deal for even more. Who here could make that simple call? Put a yes in the chat. I mean, no stress there, right? You're not even really selling anything. So now what do? Well, at the end of the call, you could either A, tell them about the upgrade offer one final time by saying something like, look, by the way, while the team was setting up, I noticed she didn't take the upgrade offer, right? I know she didn't take the upgrade offer. I can still make that available to you for $49. Would you be interested in that? Or maybe you want to sell another service like websites or SEO or whatever it is, right? Social media. Then at the end of the call, you could just say, hey, by the way, while the team was setting up your listing, they noticed that your website's outdated, or they noticed that you're not ranking on page 1. You might want to take a look at that and get that fixed. I can help you with that. Would you be interested in finding out more? Now look, these free offer folks are hot, but the ones who take the paid upgrade are even hotter. Because when someone takes the paid upgrade, it triggers a new automation that sends them an email that reads, click this link to pay your invoice. By the way, you connect your preferred payment option directly in the software. Now, if they don't pay the invoice right away, there's some reminders that go out and then you get notified so you can follow up if they don't. But when the invoice is paid, it triggers a whole nother set of automations that sends them a payment confirmation and a link to fill out the onboarding form or the discovery form, what I call the disco form. This form gives you all the information to get their featured partner package done. If they don't fill it out, then it triggers some reminders as well. And again, you're alerted so you can follow up if they don't. But finally, when the onboarding form is filled out, it triggers another automation letting them know, we got your info and we're working on your featured package now. We'll let you know when it's finished. Now, this is important. There's a couple of simple things we need to do to get the package ready. There's really no way to automate this. However, you can have a VA do these things eventually. The upgraded profile is easy. They give you the info, you just add it. The promo video, easy as well. We use a Canva video template. We put their info in it. It's short, 20, 30 seconds. I'll show, and then we use a template for the audit as well. Okay, you just fill in a few pieces of info. But this website audit, this little audit is your magic selling tool for your recurring high ticket services like SEO, websites, anything else you have, right? It really is the real magic, because when someone says yes to the paid upgrade, we mark them completed in our software, and this triggers a new automation. The automation lets the client know their upgrade package is completed, and it asks them to please schedule an activation call so we can go over each item and answer any questions. Now, 30 minutes before their scheduled activation call, they get an email containing links to their upgraded profile, the promo video, the Google Business Profile ebook, and they get a copy of their website Google Business Profile audit 10 minutes before that call. All of this just minutes before you're going to be talking to them. Stop. Look what we have done here. We have a lead paying us to be on a sales call. And they have all the information we need and the resources to make that sell in front of them right before they get on the call. We've taken a cold lead, got them to pay attention, purchase something, we've delivered, created credibility, and now they have sales materials in front of them at exactly the best time for us right before we talk to them. And if you're marketing from outside the US into the US, look how much interaction and credibility you're building before you ever have to talk to someone directly. When you do get on the activation call with them, it's like talking to a friend. Do you think that doing this instead of what you're currently doing is likely to get you better results? That's a serious question. Let me know in the chat. I see lots of yeses coming in. Yes. Are you willing to promise me that you'll do this instead? I mean, I want you to swear, pinky promise, right? Okay, I see some yeses coming in. All right, great. See, when the process is right, the results follow almost automatically. Look at this sequence of events. Yes, I want the free offer. Give me the paid upgrade. Yes, I'll take $1,000 in SEO services. It really can be that simple. Now, look, I know we've covered a lot, but have we hit all of our keys to success we started with? First, the leads, the most often overlooked piece of the puzzle. You now know exactly how to build a list of quality leads, and you have personalized offers that convert. Automation, I showed you the system we build out, how you put leads in and hot leads come out, some of them paying clients. I showed you how we automate the outreach, the follow-up, and the sale. Finally, I showed how we automate the process of getting qualified prospects in a buying mindset, booked on our calendar to close high-ticket sales. The whole process builds your credibility, closes deals, and is scalable. So knowing what you know now, are you glad you came to today's call? Was it worth your time? Let me know. I'm going to take a drink of water here. I see it. Lonnie, yes. Wanda, yes. Pascal, yes. Yeah, lots of yeses, right? Awesome. Do you see the advantage a cold email machine gives you in the real world? Let me know. Yes, 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 yes. Finally, somebody said yes, finally. Yeah. Now look, not to be a downer here, but I know from our experience, it takes around 6 months and close to $20,000 to create and build all this out. I'm guessing though, since you're still on here, you'd like to get a cold email machine like this up and running in your business, but you'd like it up and running fast and not spend a bunch of money to get it going, right? Is that an accurate statement there? Well, what if you could just skip all the months and the money of figuring this out, and we just gave you our exact cold email machine with everything already done, the automations, the emails, everything already done. Would you use it in your business? Let me know in the chat. Would you even be interested in that? Okay, I see lots of yeses coming in right away. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Well, look, I am excited to introduce the Reach cold email machine. This is the ultimate cold email prospecting system. This is not something you consume. It's something you implement. You know how sometimes you buy a course and it just sits on your hard drive collecting virtual dust? Because there are things you need to figure out and create. This isn't like that. Everything is figured out for you. There's nothing for you to create. It's plug and play, ready to deploy and start making you money fast. You don't have to create a single automation, figure out the best offer, or write a single email. But here's the catch. You knew there's going to be a catch, right? It's a lot of work for our team to onboard each member and to make sure everyone gets up to speed as fast as possible. Because of this top level of support you get from our team, we have to limit Reach to 50 new members. No more than 50 will be onboarded due to the work involved from our team. And I have no idea when we're going to open this up again. What I'm saying is, this is for serious action takers. However, as you will see, Reach is way more cost effective than trying to create or pay someone to create this for you. Just look at this. This is everything we had to create and that you get with Reach. As you can see, we spent over $20,000 in real world money to create the Reach cold email machine, but we didn't want to stop there. As you saw in the training, having the ability to use the same offers we do is critical. And we've tested a lot of different offers, and hands down, having the ability to give free and upgraded online profiles converts the best. So it is the fastest path to money in your bank account. And we didn't want to leave you hanging. So when you jump into Reach today, we're going to include for free our website software. It's a $997 value, and our team will set up your influencer site for you at no charge. That's a $497 value. Now, normally they can have them set up in 48 to 72 hours. Now, look, we've only opened Reach up a couple of times, but every time that we do, it's sold out very quickly. And again, due to the setup and support on our end, we can't just let the floodgates go on this. We have to limit it to only 50. But we did want to do something special, because being able to remove yourself from the hard work of prospecting is really what you need to explode your business. And so we decided to offer something we have never done before. During this special promotion, you'll be able to get started today for the lowest price we've ever offered. You will still get everything you see here. You're going to get instant access today to the Reach cold email machine with the 9 custom workflows, the 3 custom pipelines, the dashboard, the funnels, and more. You're going to get all the done for you assets, the email templates, the invoice templates, the forms, the pages, the done for you Google Business Profile ebook, and more. You're going to get our Reach action video training. It's 7 over-the-shoulder modules showing you step-by-step what to do. You're going to get all the bonuses, which I'm going to go through here in a minute, but there's a monthly coaching call, a private school group, a fast track success bundle, scaling training, and more. And you'll get your influencer site set up by our team and your Reach machine set up by our team. It comes out to over $20,000 in real world value. And you get our ongoing support to help if anything slows you down. Plus our ironclad guarantee, which means when you sign up right now, know this: whether it's 29 minutes from now or 29 days from now, if you're not happy, we're not happy. So if for any reason or for no reason at all, you want your money back, you can get it. Now, you can only make a guarantee like this when you know what you have is the real deal. Now, remember, we only have 50 available today. And when you see how little it takes to get started, you'll know we will sell out and you should jump in quick, because it would be easy for us to charge $5,000 or more for this fully built out, proven cold email agency system. And while in the past we made this as affordable as possible, the initial investment was nothing to sneeze at. But when you're one of the 50 to join Reach today, you're not going to pay anywhere near $5,000 or $2,000. You get instant access to everything, and you can get started today for only $497. This is the lowest price we've ever offered for instant access to Reach. Then you'll have 2 additional payments of $497 spread out over the next 60 days. These are going to go quick. We will sell out at this price. Again, you get all of this for only $497 today. And when you consider these 3 student blasts generated $1,688, how fast will you send 3 blasts? 30 days? 60 days? I mean, it shouldn't be any longer than that for sure. So ask yourself and answer honestly. If you pass this offer up right now, what is going to be different when you wake up tomorrow? Will you suddenly be able to figure this all out for yourself? Will you suddenly become a consistent prospector? Will you suddenly have the time to build this all out on your own? Look, speaking from experience, I know it won't work. You may get some things done in a few days, maybe weeks, but eventually something will happen and you won't get to finish. Now you've lost time you can never get back. I mean, so many times life can come crashing in and leave us with no time to work on our dreams. With Reach, your prospecting is automated and you're now dealing only with people that are interested in buying your services. There is nothing else like this out there. Now look, you can't just rely on another guide, manual, or video training. You need more. You need tools. You need accountability. You need coaching. You need us in your ear if you're going to make true lasting change. And that's exactly what the bonuses you get with Reach are designed to do. They're designed to help you finally make lasting change. Now, look, these 50 spots are going fast. Let me know in the chat that you're in. And I'm going to break down the additional success bonuses we're including at no charge when you jump in now. Look, you have everything you need with Reach, but we want to make sure you have everything to succeed. So when you join today, you get our Success Supercharger bonuses, which include Success Supercharger number 1. You get our custom influencer site software, a $997 value, and our team will set up your influencer site and Reach machines for you. They normally have them done in 48 to 72 hours. Super Success bonus number 2. It's all about mentorship and accountability with a monthly coaching call, a $497 value, and access to our private Reach school community so you can get help 365, 24/7. Our entire support team, along with Richie and Jason, are in here to help you. It's a $997 value. You also get our Quick Start series recordings, deep dives into mining for gold with your list, launching your Reach machine, optimizing your follow-up, and how to close more deals and sell recurring or high-ticket services, a $997 value. Plus, we're providing you with 14 days of free access to our list builder of choice. Look, building your list is key. Now, if you already have a list builder, you can just use that. But we've made sure you can start doing that immediately by reaching out to the company that does our preferred list builder of choice and getting them to agree to a 14-day free trial just for you. We'll give you 14 days of free access. You can create unlimited lists for 14 days for free to help get you started. So how fast will you have your first list created? I mean, it shouldn't be more than 24 hours, right? Okay, Success Supercharger bonus number 3. Do you struggle with staying the course? Meaning you get started, but eventually, and most of the time, you're not even sure why, you stop taking action. Look, the key to building a long-term business is being able to do the simple things for the long haul. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So how do we stay focused over the long haul? Well, we turn to Laura Thompson. She's one of our subject matter experts in our coaching program, Remote Millionaires. She has simple processes that get you unstuck, off your butt, and into action. This process clarifies your goals, it sharpens your mindset, and it develops the routine and plan you need to succeed no matter what's holding you back. So we asked Laura to record the process. You'll get all the worksheets and templates plus Laura's recordings. These are short videos showing exactly how to go through the process. If you struggle with taking action, this will cure you. It's a $997 value. Bonus number 4, leveraging your asset to build a 7-figure remote agency by Nick Ponte. How do we build a business that will last and give us the lifestyle we want, that creates the invoices like you saw at the beginning of this training, one that works for us instead of us working for it? Well, that's what this training from Nick is all about. It's a $997 value. Again, here's everything you get access to today for only $497 today. If you want to take a screenshot of this and go out and try to set it all up yourself, more power to you. I can tell you right now, the software alone will set you back almost more than 3 times of what this thing costs. You can go out there, you can spend countless hours and a lot of dollars dealing with all the stress, the headaches, making all the same mistakes we did. But why? Why would you do that? When you can shave thousands of hours of headache and heartache off by simply exchanging a small amount of money for an already figured out process you can use to get immediate success. Look, with this, you'll breeze past the pitfalls as we give you everything you need along with our experience so you can shortcut your path to success to a matter of hours or days instead of months and years. Now, when you look at it like that, I think you'll agree with me that you're getting the deal of the century when you sign up today for Reach. Now, maybe you're thinking, Tom, I'm not a tech person. Will this work for me? Reach was built with exactly you in mind. That is why it's so valuable, because we did all the hard stuff and we're handing it to you. Have you ever driven a performance car like a BMW? Like, I have no idea how any of the stuff under the hood works, but I do know if I turn it on and I hit the pedal, it will perform. Reach works the exact same way. Put in cold leads, hit a button, and it spits out hot leads and paying clients. With our step-by-step training and ongoing support, you don't have to know how any of the under the hood stuff works. You can sit back and enjoy the ride. Again, it's only $497 today to get started. This is the lowest price we've offered for instant access to Reach. Now look, I know I've covered a lot, but I want to bring this all back to where we started. Remember this image? 1 blast, 16 hot leads, 13 paid invoices. Listen to me. Habits are hard to change, right? That's why you've probably been struggling to get clients. If we ended the webinar right now and parted ways, would you agree with me it's highly doubtful that you'd immediately change your habits and behavior all of a sudden and become a client getting machine? I mean, in fact, you probably are already aware how easy it is to fall back into your old habits. Well, look, we're not going to let that happen. If you want true, lasting change of habits so you can finally build a business that works for you, then you're going to need repeated exposure to these concepts, and you're going to need accountability. Luckily for you, we have something that can make this possible. Our Reach cold email machine allows this to happen.
Hey, Tom, can I interrupt you for 1 second? Because I think what you're saying here is really, really valuable. First of all, I wanted to say that out of all the ways to get new clients, I have to agree with you that having a strategy like this, which makes for an easy email conversation, is absolutely critical to any successful business. It can be very difficult to be consistent and get out there and look for new customers, but I can see how using a system like this can make it much, much easier. So I really like how you set yourself up to be credible by using one of those resource sites, because it really does allow you to establish credibility and trust right away, which is difficult for people, especially when they're just starting out. And if you already do have some clients, I love how simple the concept is of that initial free offer. Everybody loves that kind of stuff. And that's literally the perfect solution, because a lot of people don't like selling, and that includes me. I'm not a big fan of doing that. And by giving something away of value first, you really do change the dynamics of that conversation or email. To me, that just makes a ton of sense. And that's it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Get back to what you were talking about.
All right, Nick, that was a lot.
Yeah.
What questions do you see there?
I just want to, we have a lot of questions coming in. And before we get to those, I just kind of want to remind everybody that we can only take 50 spots. Keep in mind, we have to build all of these Reach machines for you. So it is a pretty heavy amount of work for our team, so just keep in mind, if you're somebody that's looking at this and you're lacking that activity, like we talked about at the beginning of the webinar, you don't have that activity in your business, you don't have people to talk to, or you're not talking to people about potentially selling them some of your marketing services, this is the best way to generate activity that we have come across. This is why we use it in our agency. This is why we recommend it to all of you, because there's no better way. And so this piece, I see a lot of people get wrong. And what I mean by that is when people, and tell me if you can relate to this, if you're on this webinar right now and you feel like prioritizing prospecting and generating activity is not something that you are focusing on, then that is probably why you're not at where you want to be. Because what happens is people don't do prospecting, people don't generate activity, and they don't close deals. And what they do is they overcorrect. That's how they get it wrong. They overcorrect and they start to think something else is wrong in my business. I need a different pricing. I need something else to sell. I need to hire somebody else to do my prospecting. And that is an overcorrection in your business. And I can tell you, as somebody that has worked with a lot of very successful agencies and at the head of a very successful agency myself, it's actually not a very complex process to build a successful business. It's really a matter of doing the basic stuff over and over again. And I can tell you that we have a sales rep who does our sales, and she does 50 calls to 50 leads every day. She books 8 to 10 appointments per week, and she closes 1 to 2 high ticket deals. But if she calls 50 warm reach leads, she closes more deals. And that's because those leads are warm and we have generated activity. And so again, I encourage you not to get too far ahead of yourself in thinking what could possibly be the missing piece for you in your business. And also, by the way, if you've already joined, if you've signed up, please let us know in the chat so we can welcome you. I see Tatiana says thank you. Robert says thank you. Regina says truth. Tamara says thank you. Remember, we have 50 seats. We want to build you your next reach machine. Ryan says all aboard. Please let us know if you have any questions that we can answer. I see them. We're gonna start going through these. I'm gonna rapid fire some of these to you, Tom, because I know a lot of people are trying to join, but they have some questions.
Well, I want to hit one real quick, Nick, because I see
Okay.
Jason Ozier says, "Can we get a one price all at once?" So, Jason, when you click to buy today, you will immediately be taken to a page that gives you the option to cancel any future payments, and it'll save you $200. Plus, there's a special bonus there if you take that option. So, if this is for you, jump in, and then you'll see that page, and you can get that discount.
Okay, great. And I see Rebecca is in, who just took the unlimited. The unlimited is a great offer. It makes it very easy, but you don't need it. You get your opportunity today to join for one payment of $497 to get started right now. And what I would recommend that you do is you get in there, you let us build your reach machine, and you start generating some activity. You can easily close a deal within no time.
Yeah, and by the way, we only have one reach machine and one influencer site in our business, and we're doing 7 figures, right? I saw somebody was asking about that, Nick. So let me just give them a little sneak peek of the influencer site and kind of what it looks like, and then we'll answer some questions. I saw somebody asking about the special offer. What does that do? Is that good with you?
Yep. Let's do it.
Okay.
Vincent is in. Welcome, Vincent.
Awesome, Vincent. So this is our influencer site. Now we took the geolocation route. Remember, there are 2 options. You can either go with geolocation. So we're in Hawaii. Our agency operates in Hawaii. So we took that route. Or you can do it by niche. So here's the site that's for the real estate agents, right? This is an influencer site built out to target real estate agents. And this is Jocelyn and Randy. They've been in our community for a long time. They're crushing it with this. They target real estate agents all across the United States. They're actually coming to Vegas to do a live event for some agents here. So you have two options. One is this geolocation. So you can see ours, and you can see, I want to point out a couple things. One, the name, hawaiithrive.com. That's our influencer site, right? So this is important. Think about this. If you're out there as a marketing agency trying to reach out to businesses, they get hammered by marketing agencies nonstop, right? Everybody and their brother's calling them, telling them, do you know what your SEO is? Do you know what your Google business is? But when we reach out to a business in Hawaii from the Hawaii Thrive initiative, that almost sounds like it's a nonprofit, right? It almost sounds like part of the local, maybe even government, right? That's on purpose. That's because we don't want people, we don't want to hint that like, hey, like we're trying to sell something here, right? In the initial outreach. We just want to bring value to them. And we found doing it this way from the Hawaii Thrive Initiative is the best. And this site is valuable. Like we do no SEO to this site. We've just built it using the Reach Machine process and posting on social media. And we get over 100 visits a day. We have an email list of how many businesses are on our email list, Nick?
Oh man, I don't know, probably close to 5,000.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, that has nothing to do with offline sharks or anything. Like that's just the agency has a list of 5,000 local businesses that we email regularly. We do client case studies. We share client wins. We talk about local businesses. Like that's a valuable asset. We continue to talk about our services and how they can use them, right? So now I don't want to get into all the details here because I don't want to muddy the waters, but here's the deal. When you jump into Reach today, again, you can get in for only $497 today. You're actually getting Reach and you're getting this, which is a complete course on the influencer site and some different strategies that we use there. There's a lot of stuff in the influencer site that's really awesome. Like there's an automated lead importer so you can build them really quick. You can have paid and free listings. I don't want to go deep into that rabbit hole because what you need to do is you want to come into Reach, have our team set up your influencer site and get some prospecting activity going. Then you can go back and take a look at this and see all the other nifty ways that you can build this out. But again, this is ours, geolocation. And then your other option is to go niche. And this is an example that targets real estate agents. So does that clear that up for everybody?
It does. And Waldo's, one thing I want to mention there is he's saying that he has Agency Growth Machine, and that's awesome. We're including AGM as a bonus for anybody that joins Reach today because Reach is actually a very robust automation system that we have. When you put your leads into your Reach machine, it puts them through a process for months, basically, and it slowly nurtures them and builds them up. And you've seen the stats that we've shared with you on this training. It slowly nurtures those leads into a paying customer, and that paying customer you are then able to upgrade into higher ticket subscription services like we do at the agency. So you're getting AGM as a bonus. What you're paying for today is the actual Reach system, which, I mean, it is very robust. It's costed us a lot of money to develop, and you'll be able to plug that into your AGM site that you have right now. Or if you don't have an AGM site today, you get one as a bonus with picking it up today.
Cameron, can we take care of Robert? I see in the chat, he says he purchased, he's in. Welcome, Robert. Excited to have you in. For the people that are asking, so with the one-time offer, the bonus is you get upgraded to unlimited, which means our team will set up unlimited Reach machines and unlimited influencer sites for you if you really want to scale this thing out. But again, we have one and we have a 7-figure agency. So, you know, you want to get in, get started, get one up and running, and then work on expanding out.
And by the way, over half of our seats are gone, everybody. If you did just join, Tane, just as I got in, let us know in the chat. We want to call you out. But if you are thinking about joining, please put your questions in here so we can make sure to get them.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick. I see Kurt was asking, he said he's in he wants to do local, but he's in a pretty big area. And I want to address this question because I think this is a good thing for everyone to hear as well, too. So, Kurt, what I would do is brand wide, but target narrow. And what I mean by that is, if you look at our influencer site, hawaiithrive.com, it's branded to Hawaii. But when we were initially getting started, we were not prospecting all of Hawaii. We were highly targeted and prospecting on Maui. So we started, and then we were able to build out as we were able to expand and grow and reach and move outward. So that's what I would recommend you do as well. If you can find a way to brand wide, but in your prospecting initially, target locally. Sarah says, Tom mentioned a high ticket audit of some sort, and I was wondering if it talked about that and I missed it. Yeah, so Sarah, what that is one of the things that they get when they take the featured partner package upgrade is we send them a audit of their digital presence. And then we schedule an activation call with them, right? To go over the promo video, to give them the Google Places ebook. So we have some things to go over, show them their listing, their upgraded listing, and I can show you what one of those looks like in a minute. But this audit that they get shows all the holes in their digital marketing. And so we use that on the activation call. We say, okay, look, here's the promo video. Are you good with that? Any changes? No? Great. Here's your upgraded listing. The upgraded listings, by the way, they can add like videos to their listings. It just gives them more stuff. I can show you an example of one in a minute. But yes, that's all good. And then we say, now we have this audit. We just want to go through this real quick. So it looks like, you're not ranking on the first page. It looks like your Google business profile isn't claimed. It looks like you're not making regular posts on social media. So we use that, and then we use that to transition into offering to help them fulfill those services. Is there a reason you're not doing that? Like, we could help you fix that, right? So that's how that audit process works. And that's why I say the whole process of talking to the person isn't really about selling. It's really about just showing them the holes and the problems they have, and then just offering to fix it, which, by the way, you do with the arbitrage method by just hiring somebody else to do that. And here, let me show you this. So this is a free listing. So you can see it's very basic. It's got their Google reviews, it's got a phone number and a click to visit their website, right? This is a premium listing, which is the upgraded listing when they take the featured partner package upgrade. And this, they see the reviews, they can add a video here, they can add more images. You can see for this client, we've added in a menu thing. So it's really customizable to them.
And they get a lot more value out of those. When
Yes.
they get a premium listing like that, obviously there's a little bit more of a price point, but they get more value out of it because they get more visibility, they get more unlocked features on the influencer site, and business owners like that.
What other questions are you seeing there, Nick? Okay, so I see somebody's asking about the upgrade. So let me explain that real quick. Okay, so Dale says, can you explain the one-time offer? Yes, so Dale, it means you no longer have any $497 monthly fees, right? There's no more monthly fees. So you just pay an additional $800 and you're upgraded to unlimited. You have no more monthly payments. But there is a yearly fee for just upgrades to the software, changes and things like that. Like, we're constantly making this better and improving it based on our own experience and our member feedback and stuff like that. So you get all those updates and all that stuff included as well. Hans, so the unlimited is our team sets up unlimited influencer sites and unlimited reach machines for you. What else we got on there, Nick?
If you take the unlimited, you can make multiple sites around Cairo, legal, all that stuff. We have one site, Hawaii Thrive. We have made other ones, and to be honest, you guys, we built huge lists, and we prospected the heck out of it, and then we wanted to have one brand and encompass all of the businesses in Hawaii. That's what we started to go after. So you really can go narrow with your targeting and just go after one niche, and that works really well. It's up to you. It's totally up to you.
Yeah, and to be clear, again, it's only $497 today to get instant access to everything and get started. And then you have 2 additional payments spread out over 60 days of $497.
Hey, Tom, I just want to cut in again because what you've shown here is just pure gold. And I want to find out from everyone, put a 1 in the chat box if you agree with that. That the reach strategy where you can just scrape and drop a list of hundreds of businesses, get your foot in the door, and even make sales just from letting the machine send out emails is pretty mind-blowing. Imagine only having to talk to people that are already interested in what you're trying to sell, or even making your first sale over email before you even speak to that person. This system makes it so easy to connect with people and get a real business relationship started, all while positioning you as the expert and building up your credibility. The strategies really are endless on how you can use this. Okay, that's it. Back to you, Tom. I am going to let you wrap this up and do your thing. You've done an amazing job, and we are so thankful that you brought this to our community today. And so back to you.
Victoria says she's in. Danilo says he's in. Letitia, congratulations.
Yeah, and Waldo, so just purchase the $497 and then you'll immediately be taken to the page to do the special offer if you want to take that. This is the Reach school group that we have. You can see we have a lot of members in here. All of our team is in here to answer questions, get support. I mean, look at the wins that are in here. I mean, just, it seems like all the time people are producing wins in here. I've even got a folder, like I have a folder of student results. I mean, I could have done a whole webinar that literally would have just been me going through student results. People that have never gotten traction before getting traction, first free listing, first sell, all that stuff. But, you know, we wanted to bring some value and do some training as well. So, but this school community is awesome, right? It's awesome. You get a lot of support in here. Richie and Jason, who are 2 big guys behind the scenes at Reach, they're in here to help. Like, I mean, we got your back, right? We want you to be successful with this thing. I'm going to go through a couple of more things here. So look, here's the bottom line, right? The reason you've struggled with getting clients is you've been chasing them. The Reach system allows you to stop chasing clients and simply respond to leads that are interested and ready to buy. And remember, with the paid upgrade offer, most of the people you'll talk to will have paid you to make them a higher ticket offer. Now, when Nick and I create offers like this, we typically find ourselves addressing 2 different types of people. One are the timid Timmies and the brave Brendas. Right? The timid Timmies, they will look for every excuse as to why what we have to offer you today won't work for them. They'll say it's too expensive, which is silly because you can always get your money back if it's not for you, right? The timid Timmies will say that they don't have time to learn this stuff, as if anyone really has time for anything these days. You don't wait until you have time for the important stuff. You make time for the important stuff. Now, the brave Brendas, on the other hand, they look for every reason why this will work for them. They understand it's not a cost, it's an investment. It's a win-only investment because at the very least, they tried something new and it didn't work out, so they got their money back. The brave Brendas know anything worth enjoying is worth working hard for, so they sacrifice a few minutes a day to make time to invest in bettering themselves. And that's why the good life is reserved for them. My question to you is, who do you want to be? A timid Timmy or a brave Brenda? You have a decision to make that regardless of what you choose will affect the rest of your life. Now, I've done everything in my willpower to give you the best value at the best price with the best chance of your success. Now it's time for you to meet me halfway and sign up right now. Again, here's everything you get instant access to. Only $497 today, followed by 2 payments broken up over 60 days of $497. So really you're faced with one of two decisions to make today. The first decision is to do nothing, not take the leap of faith, and not put your investment into this course, which is 100% risk-free. And instead, settle for what you have now and continue to get what you've always got. Now, if you're cool with that, let me ask you, how's that been working out for you? Your second choice is to pony up this small investment today compared to all the value you get in return and just give it a shot. If it works, great. If it's not for you, great. Just ask for your money back and you'll get it. No pressure. Again, it's only $4.97 to get started today, the lowest price we've ever offered for instant access to everything in reach. Over the next 60 days, you have 2 payments spread out, $4.97 each. Now, if you guys have any last minute questions or any other questions in there, Nick, why don't you, let's go through those and we'll move on from there.
Okay, somebody said, Leroy says, okay, I'll pay for the software. Great choice, Leroy. Like I said, you guys saw when we started this webinar, the type of activity we have in our agency. We just closed the $10,000 website deal. I think we have 4 or 5 AAA prospects in our pipeline. You guys know, anybody know what a AAA prospect is? A AAA prospect is something that we talk about in our agency. It means that a lead has met 3 specific criteria. Number 1, they have given us a verbal confirmation that they want to move forward with our service. Number 2, they have the money for our service. And number 3, they have the contract in hand for our service. So when we see that we have 3, 4, or 5 AAA prospects that are just, waiting to sign the contract, waiting to make a decision, our team gets excited. They get excited because that means we have new clients coming in that we get to onboard and we get to start deliver services for. I get excited as the owner because that means more cash flow coming into our business. The whole goal of Reach is to take a cold lead and warm them up all the way to a AAA prospect. And so if you don't have any of these AAA prospects in your business, this is the easiest way that I know of to nurture those relationships at scale. You can build a list of 1,000, 500, 200. You've seen a lot of the stats that Tom has shared. You drop them in your Reach machine. All of the follow-up is automated. What it looks like for our team is they manage our pipeline. They say, we had 10 new free takers, people that have dropped into the free column of our pipeline. We have 4 people that have upgraded and bought a premium listing. And what our salespeople do, and if you don't have any salespeople, it's okay because this is your job. Now you get to talk to people that just purchased something from you. And you get to have that easy conversation like, hey, it's Nick. I'm from Hawaii Thrive. Thanks for your premium listing. Tell me a little bit more about your business so I can take some notes and I can update your premium listing. But that situation, that opportunity, it's unmatched when you can set yourself up like that. It's so much more difficult, at least for me, to go to a networking event, to go to a BNI meeting, and nothing against it, it works. We've got a lot of clients from there. It's just not my skill set to go in person and prospect with people. I did it a lot in the beginning, and it's because I didn't have Reach. I used to go to WordPress meetups off of the Meetup website. Have you guys heard of that? I go to WordPress meetups and talk about web design to people there and try to get them as customers. I wish I had a way to get prospects without having to meet people, and Reach is the best way to do that. So if you haven't already, I see Leroy just said I'm in, I purchased. Welcome, Leroy. I think we have a couple spots left.
Awesome, Leroy. Hey, and Leroy, I see your question. Leroy said, can someone help me price my services? Leroy, yes. So a great question to post in the school group and get a lot of feedback from what other members are doing and how they're pricing their services. There's a lot of experience in there, a lot of people crushing it with Reach. So yeah, you'll get some good feedback there. And it's always good, I think, too, to look at some different options there because, pricing isn't a cookie cutter thing. You want to also consider your situation. So awesome, Leroy. Glad to have you in. Han says, how much extra? Okay, so look, I'm gonna show you guys this. So when you jump in today, when you get your access today for $4.97, right? You're taken to this page. Does everybody see this page? This is the offer to upgrade. So here's the deal. If you take this, you save $200, you have no more monthly payments, and your account is upgraded to unlimited, which means our team will set up unlimited reach machines and unlimited influencer sites for you. Now, why do we do that? Well, because if you're going to target multiple areas, you want to have a reach machine and an influencer site for each area. Or if you're going to target multiple niches, you'd want to do that. You can't run multiple things through one reach machine. It just gets too complicated because of all of the stuff that's going on under the hood there. So so you purchase $497, and then you can take that offer if you want. Let's see, Vivian, we're gonna, this offer, you know, provided we don't sell out, we always do every time we bring this out. And, you know, since the entry price is so low, you know, I'm sure we're gonna sell out, but if you want to check back within a few days and we have it, you know, we're happy to help you out any way we can.
Kamala says, is there any info or coaching about upgrading your services with monthly payments? Yes, we have a training in there. There's a bonus in there where I go over that. Definitely.
Amir says, what about building a national influencer site for just one vertical? Is this good for that? Yes, Amir, that's exactly what this is. This right here, Best Town Agents. This is Jocelyn and Randy, who are in our community. This is a national site targeting real estate agents using our influencer site platform. So yeah, I mean, when you look at it, you're really getting 2 courses for like, I mean, I think in the past, you know, just the influencer site alone would have set you back $497. Now you get both of these, reach and the influencer site. Plus, you know, one thing that we don't even really talk about in this presentation is the software that we've built this in. This, you get it included as part of your purchase for free, but if you were to just go out and buy it on your own, it would be over probably around $3,000, a little over $3,000 for the year just to get the software. And then you still wouldn't have any of the automations, you wouldn't have any of the emails, you wouldn't have any of the funnel pages, you wouldn't have any of that stuff. Craig says, can we use the Reach Machine to sell things like a review SaaS platform? So Craig, tell me a little more about that. Like, so you offer a SaaS platform for reviews to people? Because you could absolutely use this to do that. So do you target a specific niche? How do you, like, who's your ideal customer? Because here's what you could do. You could do it one of 2 ways. If you have a specific vertical that you know can really benefit from your review SaaS software, then you could build a niche influencer site around that vertical, add the businesses you want to prospect, and then load those leads into your reach machine and reach out to them. And the thing that you'd be selling on the back end, by the way, when you build your lists, you would only be building lists of people that need help with their reviews. So let me take a minute to talk about this, because this is, I think, an important point for everyone to realize. Whenever you're prospecting, you always want to start with the end in mind before you do anything. So if you have a specific service that you're trying to sell, the list you build, and we show you exactly how to do all this inside Reach, the list you build should only be people that need help with that specific service. If SEO is your thing, it should only be people that need help with SEO. If reviews are your things, it should only be people with crummy reviews. Then you run them through the Reach Machine. They get a free online profile. And then when you reach out to them with either the courtesy call or you get them on the activation call, you bring up like, hey, I noticed you have crappy reviews. I actually have a SaaS software system that is really affordable that can help you fix that. Would you be interested in finding out more? I mean, it's super simple, super straightforward. Again, if you're in, let us know. Hans, sorry, laptop crashed on phone. Welcome back, Hans. Glad you're here. Yeah, it could be any niche. Let's see.
Craig says, how about selling phone call leads and looking for clients in various niches? Craig, so we have people that follow up with leads over the phone as well as email. So, it's really depends on what you want to do.
Welcome, Hans. Hans said he's just waiting for his thing to unfreeze, but he's in. Welcome, Hans. Let's see. What other questions do you see there, Nick?
Yeah, you guys, let's do a last call for questions. I know we have a couple of spots left. If you are interested in generating activity for your agency and you have a couple of questions that might be holding you back right now is the time.
Any other, and again, this is everything. I mean, look at all this stuff, right? 9 custom workflows, 3 custom pipelines, dashboard, funnels, and more. You get all the done for you assets, the email templates, the invoice templates, the forms, the pages, the done for you Google Business Profile ebook. Plus you get the Reach Action video training, 7 over-the-shoulder modules showing you step-by-step what to do. All the bonuses, monthly coaching call, private school group, fast track success bundle, scaling training, and more. And you'll get your Reach Machine and influencer site set up by our team. It comes out to over $20,000 in value. You can get in today for $497, and then spread out over the next 60 days is 2 additional payments of $497. It really is, I mean, for what you're getting, it's a killer deal. I know this. If you said, you know what, Tom, forget you, I'm just going to go do all this myself, I guarantee you in 2 weeks, you will be knocking on my door asking me if you can still take this offer. Because I know from personal experience all the heartache and what goes into creating something like this. And one thing that most people do when they invest all this time and resources to create something like this, that's a driving force in their working business, is they keep it to themselves. They don't share it. They keep it to themselves. So why don't we keep this to ourselves? Well, because Nick and I have 3 guiding principles that we run our business life on, right? One of them is always be useful, because when you're useful, you become indispensable. That's how you keep clients long term. The other is when you achieve something, turn around, shine the light, show other people how you did it, give them a chance to learn from your experience and use what you've done to bring themselves forward as well. I mean, it's really that simple. We've built all of our businesses on that, right? Even in the agency, we are very focused on delivering a fantastic customer experience. And that's one of the things I think that makes a difference. And you want to be around people like that. Those are the kind of people you want to be around and hanging out with and talking to, and the people in that school group that are taking action and working on it every day and staying the course even when life stuff comes up, right? They're moving towards a goal. That's what you want to be a part of. Let me look at the questions here. And
we just had another person join.
Ooh, welcome.
Adigboyaga. Sorry if I butchered your name.
I'll let you say that one, Nick.
I already did.
Welcome. Nick calls me the butcherer of names because I'm like the worst at pronunciation.
We want to do a last call for questions. If you have anything that's holding you back, please let us know. Put your questions in here. We have a couple spots available.
Yeah, Chelsea, can you do 2 counties together? Yeah, I kind of mentioned this earlier. I'll go over it real quick again. I always suggest when you're thinking about how you're going to brand your influencer sites, brand wide, but prospect narrow. So, and even if you do a niche site, you want to do the same thing. And let me explain that. So let's just take this Best Town Agents site, right? That Randy and Jocelyn did. So even though this site is national, right? Their goal is to target real estate agents all across the US. They did not start by just going after every real estate agent in the US. They started in their own backyard, which was Seattle, Washington. They started prospecting there. And you'll see like a lot of these people on here are from the same areas. That's because they're going area by area by area while they're getting traction, building out and expanding their team. Because look, let's face it, if you wanted to try to prospect nationally, it takes a lot of resources to do that. Most people, especially when you're starting, you just don't have that. So even though this is branded as a national site, their prospecting is very targeted locally, right? Now, what kind of like makes it deceiving is that when you look at this site, it looks like a national site, and that's because of our influencer software platform and how easy it is to set this thing up and make it look like there's people from all over. We have a special way to do that, but the actual prospecting they're doing is very narrowly targeted, and they're gradually working their way out. I know a common question that people have is, you know, about like warming up the email list and things like that. So let me talk about that for a minute. And then Hans, I'll answer your question about how to start immediately, what I'd recommend you do. So here's the deal. So the reason people have trouble with cold email is, again, their problem is volume, right? They send a high volume of emails and they get no engagement. Email service providers do not like that. What do they think you're doing if you're sending a bunch of emails and no one is opening them and no one is replying to them? What do they think you're doing? They think you're spamming. Because if you weren't, if the people knew you, they'd be opening your emails, they'd be responding, right? The emails would be relevant to them. So the first problem when prospecting with cold email is to get that engagement. So step one, get their attention, get them to open your emails. Having a high open rate, having people that reply, not continuing to email people that didn't respond or said they're not interested, all of those things boost your deliverability and make you, in the views of the email service provider, good people. Now, we show you how to gradually ramp up. You don't just want to go in there guns blazing, right? Like you still want to kind of gradually ramp up, but it's not a long, complicated process as long as people are opening and responding to your emails. Again, it's not volume. Volume is not the answer. Volume actually does nothing but get you in trouble. Like if you're trying to send thousands and thousands of emails every day, I can pretty much say eventually you're going to get in trouble because there's no way to do that and hit those KPIs, those metrics that the email service providers look for, right? You want to be emailing people that want to hear from you, that are engaged. So Hans, to answer your question about immediately. So when you log into your course here, I'm going to log in. Now, everything always runs slow because of GoToWebinar, but I'm inside the Reach training, right? There's this video here that says watch first. Make sure you watch that first, okay? There's some things about the model. These are some case studies, right? Here's how you join the school group. But then down here, where this is about setting up your influencer site and our team doing it for you. But look, right here is the quick start guide. It's the first thing in that section. So I've got a little video here. So watch that video. Oh, let me pause that. There's also a quick start PDF guide that shows you exactly what to do. Look, here's our quick start guide. This will tell you based on what your current situation is, and then it tells you exactly what to do. Here's your action steps. Here's how to do this. Here's how to do that. This will get our team working on your site as quick as possible. And just follow those steps. Joe says, I'm still on just because I want to listen to the questions. Oh, okay, Joe. Awesome. Let's see. Linda says, I'm in. Welcome, Linda. Danilo, am I saying that right? Danilo says he purchased the unlimited. Welcome, Danilo. That's awesome. Oh, Vivian, man, I don't think we have an integration for Syndio yet. Not with Reach. So Vivian, your influencer site can actually integrate with Syndio, but the Reach system itself, we're not able to do that. So Linda, the influence, so this is a great question. Linda said, how much business does the influencer site generate for our clients? Linda, that's a great question. So I want you to think about the bigger picture here, right? We never say, imply, or do anything like that, that they're going to get a lot of business from being on the influencer site. Most people are just happy to have a free listing, right? It's free. Like, what does it matter to them? They just want to make sure the information on there is correct, right? When you send them that email. And most of them will be interested in what you're doing. Like, oh, I haven't seen this before. Can you tell me more about what you have going on? Now, you can rev up these influencer sites as much as you want, right? Like, we have a weekly newsletter that goes out to our list of businesses. We have one member who is doing live events. Like, I think he just did a live event a couple weeks ago where he had, I want to say 80 people showed up to his live event that he built around his influencer site. Some people set up Facebook groups to go with them. Like, you can really create a nice little community for yourself where you're the marketing expert, right? So think of it like that. Like, this is like a foot in the door type of thing, you know? I know as marketers, we get all wrapped up in like, well, how much traffic does it get? And blah, 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 blah. Like, we have never had a single person ask us how much traffic our influencer site gets. Zero. In all the years we've been doing that, and we've been doing this method for a long time, right? Zero. They just want to make sure the information is correct and they love being on the site. And now over time, the site's grown. I know Nick was just somewhere the other day and somebody was like, oh, you're the guy behind Hawaii Thrive? Like, people knew what it was, right? But that happens over time. Don't worry too much about that in the beginning. I guess what I really want to say is, don't let that stop you, because a lot of people will say, yeah, but I can't get a lot of traction. I'm not getting a lot of traction fast, so I'm just not going to do it. That's the wrong way to think. It's the little steady actions every day, done over time, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. That's how you get traction. In our experience, there has never been one big thing that just all of a sudden flipped the switch. It's been a gradual buildup of just doing consistently the right things each and every day. And that is really what Reach allows you to do, right? It allows you to get more disciplined and consistent with your prospecting. Oh yeah, nice, Taylor. Yes, Amir, the influencer sites are WordPress. Joe, yes, the free listing can help them with SEO because you're a local, like if you have it geo-targeted, you're a local geo-targeted directory site in the eyes of Google, which are very valuable. As you grow and get more traffic, they can help, yes. Thank you, Letitia. Yes, you can add a blog to the site, Kurt. Yeah, Taylor Stillman, who's on this call right now, is the guy that I was talking about that's doing the live events and everything. He's crushing it with those. Let's see. How do you explain in the beginning when you have an empty influencer site? Craig, so great question, Craig. Great question. So first of all, the influencer site won't be empty. You are going to pre-populate it with businesses. So we have a little software that's built into it that you can use to do it really quick. It's called an automatic lead importer. It basically allows you to just like, you can go in the back end of your influencer site and you can search like plumbers Las Vegas, and it will pull all of them in from Google Business Profiles. And then with one click, you can just import them and it sets them all up with listings. One of the biggest problems with these type of sites is the time it takes to set them up, right? Well, we've greatly decreased that. Now you're gonna have our team getting your initial site set up and all that stuff for you. But you just add some businesses, you season it. We call it seasoning it. You season your sites. So the site isn't going to look empty. It's going to have businesses on it, right? But here's what I did in the beginning. I just told people, hey, we're in the process of building a local community site. We've got a bunch of businesses on there already, but we're expanding, we're adding more. We'd like to give you a free listing. I mean, when you say that, we're in the process of building, what is a person going to say? Well, like if they come back and they say, how much traffic do you get? And you say, well, right now I don't get any. Well, what are they going to say? Aha, I caught you. Like you just say, well, I told you, I'm just starting it. I'm just building it. Like we're not trying to do anything. Like we're not trying to say we're something we're not. Like we actually want these sites to help the local people in the community, right? Like we actually want to have this resource site for Hawaii businesses. Like we're trying to do a good thing here. Like we're adding value in front, right? So, I mean, that's how I do it. Just say, look, you're in the process of building. We're just starting. We're just getting this going. Then it never comes into anybody's minds. Well, of course, you probably don't have a lot of traffic because you're just starting. Danilo, we've never had any issues with that. Danilo says, how receptive are business owners in joining the influencer site if their competition is also on the same site? We've never had any issue with that because they're free, right? Now, you could, if you wanted to do like, you could have that be part of your paid package. Like, look, if you pay this price, you'll be the only one on the site. But we've never done that. We've never had any issues with that. So Linda, you'll see when you're inside, when you log into offlinesharks.com, there's two courses you're now going to have access to, Reach and another one called Agency Growth Machine. You're getting both of those today. And Agency Growth Machine is more focused on the influencer site itself. So there's a lot of stuff in there. But I don't want people to get sidetracked with that. Focus on getting your first Reach Blast set up and out. Then go look at your influencer site. And the monthly coaching calls, we talk about both things. So we talk about Reach and the influencer site. So there's lots of good stuff in there as well. Well, Craig, you'll have businesses on the influencer site, right? This is the beauty. So let me ask you this. So when you come to our influencer site, like you guys see my influencer site here? When you see all these businesses here, like you just assume that we had contact with them, right? Because I mean, they're here. Why would they be here if we didn't? Like it brings some automatic like social proof to your site. But I can tell you some of these businesses we've never talked to. Like we only talk to certain ones, but it looks like we have a lot of businesses on here, right? You'll get the same effect. We call that the influencer effect. When people come to those sites and they see those businesses, they have no idea whether they're a client of yours or not a client of yours. I mean, they're just on the site, right? Gresham, Gresham says, is this feasible from Israel? Gresham, where are you planning to build, like, what are you looking to target? Do you want to target businesses in the US or are you thinking businesses in Israel? I mean, my recommendation is always to start in your own backyard, right? Because look, my favorite example to use of this is always Facebook, right? Does anybody on this call right now know like how big Facebook's market was when they first started? Like if they got everybody in the market they were going after to sign up, do you know how many customers they would have? Only about 3,000. Their entire market was Harvard University. That was the market. And why Harvard? Because that's where Zuckerberg went, right? He started in his own backyard. He didn't go somewhere else. He said, well, look, I'm going to launch this at Harvard. And then when it was having success at Harvard, did he go, oh, let's make this company public and go all over the world? No. He said, okay, let's open it up to other Ivy League schools. So Harvard, other Ivy League schools, then to all colleges, and then they expand it out from there. That is how businesses really grow, right? So I always think it's best to start in your own backyard, but you can use this to target inside the US as well. Listen, all right, again, everything you're getting today, right? The Reach cold email machine, the 9 custom workflows, the 3 custom pipelines, the dashboard, the funnels, more, all the done for you assets, the video training, all the bonuses. Plus we set up your Reach machine and your influencer site. You can get started today for just $497. Then you have spread out over 60 days, 2 additional payments of $497, right? The lowest entry level price we've ever offered for Reach. And I want to thank all of you for attending and hanging out with me this long. I mean, you stayed with me all the way till the end. And since you committed your time to be with me here until the end, that tells me you're someone who is dedicated to success. It seems to me you'd be perfect to try out our offer today. So do that now. You'll be happy you did. I'll speak with you shortly. We'll see you guys inside the school community and inside our Facebook group. Stay safe out there, everyone. Practice aloha. Goodbye.